Have you ever really thought about how the petrol that powers our cars, bikes, and trucks actually reaches us? Every day, we pull into a petrol station, stop for a few minutes, fill up the tank, and drive away. For us, it's just a simple routine. But have you ever considered how long and challenging the journey of that petrol really is? In reality, it travels thousands of kilometers. Its story begins deep beneath the Earth's surface, where crude oil lies hidden, sometimes even beneath the ocean floor, and sometimes far below the ground on land. Massive drilling machines operate day and night to extract this oil. Then, large platforms, heavy pipelines, and giant tanker ships transport it to refineries. But this process is far from easy. The petrol we get so conveniently is the result of immense effort. Whether it's extreme heat, heavy rain, or violent sea storms, thousands of workers stay on duty all year round to ensure a constant fuel supply. And the journey doesn't end there. At the refinery, crude oil is heated to extremely high temperatures. It is separated into different components and goes through several complex processes to become petrol, diesel, and other fuels. After that, these fuels travel through storage tanks, long pipelines, depots, and tanker trucks to reach cities and towns. Finally, the petrol reaches our vehicle engines, where it turns into energy that powers our daily lives. Satellites scan vast ocean regions from space to detect what lies beneath the surface. Through these scans, potential oil reserves are identified. If a certain sector shows unexpected pressure changes, scientists reassess the possible pathways of oil movement. In the middle of the ocean, a large survey ship begins seismic scanning. It sends powerful sound waves deep into the sea, which bounce back after hitting underground rock layers, bringing valuable data about possible oil deposits. These waves reveal detailed information about the structure of the rocks below. Special sensors placed across the sea capture these returning signals. The collected data is then processed using advanced supercomputers. With the help of this data and 3D geological mapping, scientists determine the most likely locations of oil reserves beneath the ocean floor. These locations are displayed on large digital screens, after which engineers finalize the exact drilling points. Next, a massive oil rig is transported to the selected offshore location. Hundreds of engineers and workers gather to begin preparations. Heavy cranes carefully assemble the enormous platform structures. Strong steel pillars are driven deep into the seabed to anchor the platform securely. This ensures that the structure remains stable in the middle of the ocean. The platform is designed to withstand powerful waves and harsh conditions. At its center, a large drilling tower is installed, marking the start of the extraction process. Complex machinery, thick pipelines, and advanced systems are set up with precision. Inside the control room, engineers monitor every operation closely. Before drilling begins, the entire system undergoes strict safety inspections. Once everything is ready, the drilling machine is activated. The drill system slowly descends into the depths of the sea. The long drill pipe moves steadily through the water until it reaches the seabed, where the actual drilling begins. As soon as it reaches the bottom, the drill bit starts spinning rapidly, cutting through hard rock layers. With immense pressure and speed, it continues to drill deeper into the earth. A special drilling fluid is pumped through the pipe to cool the drill bit and carry broken rock fragments back to the surface, ensuring smooth and safe operation. During drilling, rock fragments and debris are continuously brought up. Engineers monitor real-time data in the control room. The drill pipe keeps rotating as it moves deeper until it reaches the oil-bearing layer. At that point, drilling pauses, and a strong steel casing pipe is inserted into the well. This casing is reinforced by pumping cement around it, securing the structure. A wellhead is then installed at the top, which controls the oil extraction process. The entire system is tested under pressure to ensure safety before production begins. A strong valve system is mounted on the wellhead to regulate oil flow and pressure. Engineers carefully monitor these levels before starting extraction. Large pipelines are then connected to transport the oil from deep underground to the platform. Once the valves are opened, the natural pressure forces crude oil to rise through the pipelines. On the platform, separator machines split oil and gas. The crude oil is stored in large tanks, while impurities like sand and dirt are filtered out. Flow meters track the movement and pressure of the oil. Thousands of barrels are extracted daily, and all data is recorded. Underwater robotic systems inspect pipelines to detect leaks or faults instantly. ROV robots use cameras to monitor deep-sea equipment. Pressure sensors continuously send data to the control room, where engineers keep a close watch. The entire system runs non-stop, ensuring a steady flow of oil. Once collected, the oil is stored in large tanks on the platform. It is then transported to shore through pipelines or loaded onto massive tanker ships for further transport. These giant tankers carry thousands of tons of crude oil across oceans. Eventually, they reach major ports, where the oil is transferred into large storage facilities. From there, pipelines carry the oil to refineries. At the refinery, it is heated to around 400 degrees Celsius and sent into processing units. Inside a distillation tower, the heated crude oil turns into vapor. Different fuels separate at various levels. LPG at the top, petrol below it, diesel further down, and heavy oil at the bottom. Petrol is then purified further to remove harmful substances like sulfur. Special additives are mixed in to improve quality and performance, increasing its efficiency in engines. After testing, the petrol is stored in large tanks and prepared for distribution through pipelines. It travels through extensive underground pipeline networks to reach different cities. Pumping stations maintain pressure along the way. Eventually, it arrives at regional depots for temporary storage. At these depots, fuel quality is checked again. Tanker trucks are filled, sealed, and sent to various petrol stations after safety inspections. When the tankers reach petrol stations, the fuel is transferred into underground storage tanks. Finally, petrol is pumped into vehicles, completing its long and remarkable journey. Thank you for joining me on Metrixor. I'll see you again in the next video.